What's up, guys? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about Qtum, one of the OGs of crypto. I'm going to talk about what price I think this can hit. There's a lot to break down really here because this has been around for years and years and years. There's a lot of positives and there's a fair few negatives. So I'll run through all of those and come up with what I think this can do in terms of price. Also, there's positive news regarding Bitcoin, the impact Bitcoin has had on El Salvador. There's also some positive news around Bitcoin accumulation from Wales. So this is something that I want to talk about because obviously this has an impact on the overall markets. Before I get into that though, guys, if you're new to the channel, these are the first 26 coins I spoke about on this channel. They're the first 26 coins I owned when I made this channel. Had you put in just $100 into each of these coins when I released the videos about them, and then you did everything wrong as an investor, you rode them down into a recession, into a bear cycle. If you sold them today, you could still be able to bank around 16 grand. And that's doing everything wrong. And that's profit, 16 grand profit from a $2,600 investment. So that's not bad. But if you just sold all these coins when the markets were red hot in 2021, $100, just a $2,600 investment, could have netted you a complete profit of 123 grand. Staggering difference between doing the right and wrong thing. Now, I sold all these off in 2021. They're not what I hold, but if you want to see my current holdings, my portfolio, you can do. Just go to copymycrypto.com. Excuse me. On the site, I share my portfolio. I release videos on a daily basis talking about the markets. Anytime I add something to my portfolio or remove something to my portfolio, members are alerted in real time. We have tutorials set up as well because we've got thousands of members. A lot of never invested in crypto, so these are step-by-step tutorials that help anyone at the beginning of their crypto journey. And we have a massive history of success on both the site and channel. We have called huge winners, 100x's, none more so than Phantom. Phantom went up 677 times from when I created the course, saying this was the best investment of 2020. Had you put in $100 and sold at the top, you could have netted 67.7 grand. If you'd have put in a grand, you would have been able to buy a very nice house. If you'd put in 2 grand, you could have netted 1.3 million. Now I'll find another Phantom. When I do, I'm not going to create a course like last time. Instead, I'm just going to go onto the site and tell the members about the coin, tell the members about the gains I think it can have, tell the members what percentage of my money I'm putting in, and if they want to copy along, they can. If that interests you, if you want to take the work out of all that crypto investing, go read the site now. And remember, everything you read, you can verify yourself. And if you like it, maybe I'll see you there, guys. So Qtum, currently priced at $2.76. It has been around for years. Actually launched in 2017. Hit heights of, basically $100 or thereabouts in 2018. Only hit heights of about $27 in the most recent bull cycle. Qtum has a lot going for it. Okay, it's fast, scalable. Um, it's smart contract platform as well. Now they're built on Bitcoin's transactional model with the functionality of smart contract execution for dApps as well. Um, since 2021, there were more than 20 tokens created on the Qtum blockchain. The project was announced in March of 2016. They had an ICO, which brought the founders about $15 million. Initially, the Qtum coin was issued as a ERC20, but with the launch of the mainnet, it's now got its own native blockchain. Now, Qtum are a strong project, without doubt. Their blockchain now, in terms of speed, it can theoretically achieve millions to billions of transactions per second. Their layer one network is currently around 1,100 transactions per second, which is not bad. I mean, when we think about when we think about the Ethereum sort of transactions per second, that's obviously enormously larger. Um, they have industry standards such as ERC20 and NFT functionality are easily accessible on Qtum, EVM compatible and all that. Um, And what I'm quite fond of with regards to Qtum, more than anything, is actually the interactions that the team have with the community. They are literally one of the most active teams that you'll see. You know, even if you go onto Qtum Foundation on Coin Market Cap, sorry about the sniffing, guys. They're constantly releasing articles. You know, they talk about Qtum Connect. They give the January update, community and development updates on February 7th. They put an article out on January 30th. They put an article out on January 6th, on December 19th. There's always stuff coming out from these. They're genuinely one of the most active teams around. In terms of info at the moment, um, now, what I will point out, not uh, blown away by general data that we're seeing, like transactions last 24 hours, 351. Transaction volume in the last 24 hours is about 5 million, but you know, very few transactions. Total addresses, though, 2.8 million or thereabouts. Now, for me, that's a really strong sign. 2.8 million. That still needs confirming, of course, but if that's accurate, they are absolutely smashing it. And, you know, we can only go off the total addresses. We can't go off of anything else. But fundamentally, that is pretty damn good. They've also got an annual staking return of 8.7 or 8.65%. Again, really good. That's a nice return on investment. Obviously, that's under an assumption that they improve month on month. Um, in terms of tokens, as you can see, they've got a nice array of tokens. There's in fact 14 full pages of different tokens. When we're looking at the actual amount of token holders, pretty damn small. Uh, for the most part, QI Air is actually the biggest one in terms of token holders. Every other one pretty small, pretty damn small. Um, Now, for me, there's a couple of things. The couple of big positives: the community and the way that this team interact with the community. There's constant updates. There's constant uh, explanations for the development every month. There's constant announcements. Um, that's a really good sign. Amount of addresses, really good sign. Um, amount or percentage staked, not great. So in terms of total supply, we've got 104 million right now, which, you know, fair play to Coin Market Cap. They got that right for once. Um, and the fees are nice and low, as you can see, really, really low fees. So there's a lot going for it. The problem I have with it is development and like adoption has been pretty piss poor. This is an article about Qtum blockchain ecosystem and the future of DeFi in 2021. It's actually a really well written article. So shout out to Adeg, Adeg, Adegbasa Timothy who wrote this. Apologies for stuttering over that, not well. So he runs through Qtum. He also brings up and talks about QI swap, which was the first DEX on Qtum blockchain. Inexpensive to use, completely decentralized. Core contracts are based on Uniswap. Um, and there was high hopes that this was going to do something. And as you can see, absolutely just dead in the water. I mean, it's been up and running for, you know, a couple of years and hit heights of, well, launched at $1.77, hit heights in the bull cycle of 25, 26 cents, and has since dropped down to like 1.7 cents. So it's not done well. And the fact that fundamentally the ecosystem, while growing, and it is growing, you know, for effectively when we look at it and we're talking about uh, the token overview, you know, we have around 280 tokens, different tokens on Qtum's blockchain, but they've not been heavily adopted at all. Uh, so that needs, like, a lot of these need some uh, strong marketing, some strong advertising, but the ecosystem right now is not strong enough, given how long they've been up and running. And for me, that's a really poor sign. Like that they haven't pushed that, or these haven't been marketed effectively enough to be adopted. Also, there's a massive downtrend from from Qtum's high to the previous high. Um, I really thought this could uh, in 2021 really rally. I would have genuinely thought $50 was very achievable in 2021. Now, to be honest, with the previous high being just a mere sort of $27 or so, um, I look at this going, maybe it's only going to hit 20, which still puts it at 2 billion market cap, which is not bad at all. But I'm just not convinced that they're going to go from strength to strength because there's so many new projects around. Currently, while the transactions per second are good, they're not as good as a lot of other sort of layer ones that we've got knocking about. I don't think we need any more layer ones and layer two wise until we're seeing like a huge growth in terms of ecosystem where it's quality projects, which we're not seeing right now. I'm not convinced Qtum can do huge gains, so I'd only be putting this at around $20 for its high, because to me it's unlikely that it's going to break the previous high from 2021, which is what I'd be watching out for. Um, because again, they've had several years to really push. Nothing is getting heavily adopted, bar, you've got to make an argument with QI Air. We'll have a look and see if this is knocking about in here. I tell you one thing I don't like. See, you're starting there. One thing I don't like about CoinMarketCap is search functionality is piss poor. So yeah, fundamentally there needs to be some growth. There needs to be some really successful marketing. They also need to really show off what they've got. Like the Qtum website right now, they've revamped it again, but nothing's really readily accessible. They're not showing off their ecosystem here. You can't actually look around to find too much. They've got I'd be really pushing to show off what they've done so far. And maybe they don't want to show it off because they're not over the moon with it right now. But just somewhat underwhelmed by Qtum's development over the as Qtum's growth in terms of ecosystem. Which is why and again, massive year on year downtrend from high to high. So I'd only go with $20 right now for this. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you're a returning viewer, hit the subscribe button for three reasons. Number one, these videos will make you money and help and save you money. Number two, it's a good thing to do. You don't want to miss these videos. Number three, gives you karma points. Karma points are real. Boost your karma points. It's a nice thing to do. And before I get into the recent news, if you guys want to see the portfolio I've got, go to copymycrypto.com. On the site, I share every coin I own. Anytime I buy or sell any coin, members are alerted in real time. Videos are released on a daily basis talking about markets. We've had pinpoint accuracy on that month on month on month for ages now. And guys, we have tutorials. If you're a complete beginner into crypto, these tutorials will guide you your way through. And we have a history of success on both the site and the channel. We have called huge winners on both. None more so than Phantom. Phantom went up 677 times from when I released the course about it. Phantom is still up over 100 times from when I released the course about it. And I will find another Phantom, and when I do, I will do exactly what I do with all my coins, which is go onto the site, tell the members about the coin, the gains I think it can have, and the percentage of my money I'm putting in. And if they want to copy along, they can. If that interests you, if you want to take the work out of your crypto investing, go read the site now. And remember, you can verify everything you read on the YouTube channel's history. The last couple pieces of news. So, the IMF have said that El Salvador's Bitcoin adoption risks have not materialized. They highlighted huge potential risks because of Bitcoin, and the risks that they highlighted were potential for higher crime, for impact on economic growth, for impact on tourism. All those things are actually improved. Tourism is up, economic growth is up, crime is down. Now, possibly that's because of the limited use of Bitcoin. Um, However, a really positive sign in terms of what's happened to a country's economy with its introduction into Bitcoin. So nice positive sign is what we want to see. And then to compound and add to that, what we're seeing is that Wales are changing their approach now. Bitcoin's supply continues to move to self-custody as prices range at 23K in early Feb. There's now 416.5 billion in Bitcoin sitting away from exchanges and only 29.2 billion on exchanges. What this means: firstly, Wales are more concerned about self-custody than ever before. That makes sense given all the centralized exchange issues that we've seen this past year. But to boot, what it means is having less Bitcoin on exchanges means that there's less Bitcoin required or less trading required to move the markets. It's a positive sign and it's a bullish sign. The accumulation that's occurred over the past couple of months from Wales, which has occurred, they've been buying dips regularly, um, combined with a lot smaller Bitcoin on exchanges, means um, their prices can move faster and harder as a result. One thing worth pointing out is that Bitcoin right now, there's 18.12 million Bitcoin outside of exchanges. This is the most we've seen ever. There's more Bitcoin off exchanges than ever before, and that is a strong sign for not only long-term prospects of Bitcoin, but a reiteration of security for everyone. Don't leave your funds on exchanges, and should require less money in the markets to move the markets because there's less Bitcoin on exchanges right now. Positive sign. Maybe we've got, uh, you know, a a bounce on the horizon. I still think there's more. There's going to be some dodgy stuff happening in these markets. I still think we're in a news cycle driven market, and a couple bits of bad news will impact the markets, but certainly positive steps uh, that the markets are moving back in the right direction. What do you guys think about that, then? Let me know in the comments down below. And I will see you guys soon. Take it easy. Bye bye.